We are going to Caledonia, Wisconsin, don't you know? And we are going to be picking up a corn sheller because we are going to be using this corn sheller to husk black walnuts. Black walnuts grow naturally in Glen Ellen and DuPage County in Illinois. In the Great Lakes region, we really need to focus on how to source our food locally. It's a really great way to come together as a community and really reconnect with our cultural heritage of this region. It's a great way to honor the traditional knowledge that existed here before settlement. And it's a great way to live sustainably. I'm so excited. This is definitely $200 that I do not have, but it'll be worth every cent because when you invest in your community, you're really investing in yourself, except you get what you put in like 100-fold back. It's awesome. It always happens that way. Like every time you invest in your community, it's like you're blessed 10-fold back, or 100-fold, or 1,000-fold. I don't know, it depends, I guess. Wow. And you said it still works, right? Holy cow. Well, you can count it, I guess. Holy cow. Hopefully we'll be able to fit this in the car. We will.
Yeah.
There you go. You're
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yay. Thank you.
Walnut season. Green are these walnuts, blue is the sky. 3 to a bunch now, so happy am I. It's walnut season. It's walnut season.
Well, I have processed them. I got about a milk crate full. That was like after hours of smashing. Yeah. I got about a quart.
Holy cow.
Of nuts.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is the Hocking Valley corn sheller, if you can believe it. It's totally restored. I took the front plate off and I scrubbed all of the inside gears with like a metal scrub brush and vinegar, and then I recoated them with oil. Then I put this back on. All the metal pieces completely rusted over and we had to restore them, and now they're looking black and shiny and beautiful. And now I sanded a little bit of the sides. Some of the paint I didn't really want anymore, and so I sanded off, but I kept one of the sides, Hocking Valley, the one that was the most intact anyways. And then I sealed it all with Glen Ellen beeswax. And so today I'm going to show you how to process the hulls off of black walnuts, which grow in the Chicagoland region. I apologize if you can hear the little dingle of dog collar, because my dog's right over there at the moment. So sweet. Okay, so this is what you do. You put it in this side, and since I only have me, I'm going to use this, being careful that I don't snag my fingers in here, because that would break your fingers and really suck. And then the walnut gets, you need to push it, you stop the machine. Walnut gets sucked in and goes through. And then you just have a little box at the other side. It's going to be catching everything. Let's see what we can do. There you go. But the thing is, they're not always harvested at this time, where they're like perfectly smushy and awesome. Sometimes they're really hard, and that's when this was, you know what? That's why it was working before.
Why?
Because these are smushy. The shells on these are smushy, so it's like clogging up the works. Whereas before, it was like breaking them off.
Oh, I see what you mean. That's why it was different yesterday than today.
Because it's a whole different tree.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And just like how these are like the black walnuts, the native kind, are healthier than the domesticated kind. They have more protein, more omega-3 fatty acids, so they're better for us. It gives people a really great sense of who they are and where they're from, and gets people eating with the seasons. So even if, yeah, we might be starving one squirrel this winter, if we're able to get like 20 kids excited about eating local foods and knowing what a walnut is, like literally a lot of people look at this and they might think this is like something that's poisonous, or you can live this lifestyle in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Like just because a plane's going over doesn't mean you can't be harvesting walnuts in season, you know? I was watching this lady who weaves sweet grass baskets on YouTube. And there's this guy who was like, "What's the name of that tool you're using?" And she's like, "It's a spoon handle." He's like, "Oh, a spoon handle." And then she goes like this, and it's like half a spoon. And he's like, "Oh, like a spoon handle. Like it's a handle of a spoon." It was just funny, because you could tell he thought it was just like some term
fancy,
for like a
yeah.
fancy tool. Is it both called a corn cob if it has corn or not?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong girl.
We need a
grandpa.
grandparent that can teach us this stuff. Where are our elders? I know my grandma worked on an organic farm when she was a little kid. She said she didn't remember anything though. I was like, teach me all the tricks you learned. But she doesn't remember. That's why I really want to work with like nursing homes to like get these people in our community back out into the community teaching us how to do stuff like this, because a lot of people that lived through the Depression are still alive. They know these skills. And we gotta learn them before water dries up in California. As clean as you can, really. It doesn't really matter. And then you throw it in the bag. It's nice to have these jute coffee bags, because they absorb a lot of the liquid as these nuts are drying. So every few days, I'll literally come out and kick the bag. I'll just kind of stir them up like this, because if you look over here, the walnuts, as they dry, well, this is kind of confusing because I'm experimenting with wood chips right now, so you can see a little wood sawdust on there. But usually there's like this like white powder that, I mean, it's like fungus that starts to form on there. Can you see it? And so by coming out every few days and kind of kicking them around and stirring them a little bit, you ensure that that fungus or mold or whatever doesn't get established. Because if you left them, it might just creep out. But if you kind of like mix it up, it kind of breaks it up so it can't get established, is what I found. So that's what I do. There's a chemical called juglone in black walnuts that inhibits plant growth. So if you're using your compost in your garden for your vegetables and stuff, you definitely don't want to throw this into your compost. Anyone who does this kind of thing, like seasonal eating and stuff, knows that towards the end of any micro season, so squash season, pumpkin season, pea season, apple season, tomato season, whatever season you're in, at the very end of it, you can get kind of like, like, if I eat another bean, I'm gonna turn into a bean. Which is fun though, because then you can never be impatient. You just learn to accept nature as the way it is, and then when it starts to shift seasons, you really, really, really appreciate the change in food. Because you're like, finally, something new on the plate.
Peaches.
Peaches. Makes you really appreciate things. We're so spoiled now. We've got exotic fruit all the time. You can go to the store and get a banana for super cheap, even though it's really costly. We're just not paying the cost. Other people are paying the cost for us. Ooh, walnuts! so excited. I'm gonna put them on muffins and bread. Put them on the oatmeal. I'm just picturing days this winter too, where I just like have people over for beer. Domaine DuPage, of course. And we just like sort walnuts and eat walnuts and drink.